everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. It is such a pleasure to be with you on this most rainy and boring and dreary of days. It's literally 40 degrees and pouring outside right now, so I definitely need some makeup therapy. And so I decided that I would go with a subscriber request. So I had one of my friends request a couple of months ago that I do a Mocha Mint inspired makeup look, kind of along the same lines of the peppermint latte inspired look that I did. Was that in November, October? I don't know. Anyway, so I figure before the clutches of winter completely leave us, that I would go ahead and do something a little bit more wintry and, you know, just kind of fun. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It helps me out. And if you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and you'll be seeing more of Esme too, I think. Got anything else to say? Just making a cameo, you know? Or a cameo. I'll stop now. So my cat is playing on the ground. We may be hearing from her a couple of times. My color balance is off. I look blue, don't I? I'll fix it one day. Today is about makeup. I have already prepped my skin. I put on my Airbrush Away primer from number 7. And I also primed my eyes with my Milani eyeshadow primer. I am trying to use up my eyeshadow primers. I have like 6. It's ridiculous. And I also did my eyebrows with my normal Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Studio pencil, whatever, yada yada. All that is done. For foundation, I am going to be using the Stila Hide and Chic foundation. I am in the shade Fair 2. It's real fair. It's like a Supreme Court judge. That's how fair it is. So I'm just going to apply that with my Urban Decay sponge. I cleaned it and it smells so good. So I'm going to put out a couple of pumps of that. It's very liquidy, and I'm just going to apply that directly to my face. That is not my favorite foundation ever. I find that it kind of like sits on top of the skin rather than like sinking in and melding with it. I kind of want it to be a little bit more like moisturizing if possible, but what are you gonna do? Now today I am going to be using my Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer. Just because I don't want like that much coverage, I'm kind of going for something that's like more easy. Even though I'm kind of doing a dramatic look, I just don't want it to be hard. I'm putting stuff away as I'm doing it, that way I can like de-stress. Alright, so that is concealer done. Today I'm going to be using my BECCA HydraMist for my powder. Even though I don't really like this powder, I'm just kind of trying to get rid of it. And also I felt like using something a little bougier. It's weird for me not to be bringing a mirror like right here to do my makeup. But, you know, I'm not mad about it because I'm like, if I can't see it from here. Okay, so that is powder done. I'm just breezing on through this. For bronzer, going in with my Hoola bronzer because I'm trying to hit pan. I just want to use it up, honestly. I'm tired of having 85 bronzers and none of them have hit pan. Just doing a lazy little nose contour right now. Donezo. For blush today, I'm going in with my Sugar Contour de Force Mini Blush in Peach Peak. Literally just trying to use it up. It's small, so I should be able to, but apparently I don't use as much makeup as other people because I see people hitting pan within like 2 months on certain products, and I'm like, literally how? Anyway, done with my blush. I'm using my OFRA Star Island highlighter, and the reason is, guess. Go ahead, guess. That is correct, trying to use it up. Just going on the tops of the cheekbones. Ooh. And I'm just gonna very lazily run that down the middle of my nose and on my cupid's bow. Literally just gonna use my finger. That's how lazy I am. The brush is right there. I'm just not gonna get it out. I don't want to. Okay, for my eye look. So we're going with a Mocha Mint look. So for the mint part, I am going to be using my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This is from their Disney Designer Collection, which is why it has a little castle on the top. It's so cute. And it is in the shade Under the Sea. This is the Ariel shade. So pretty. I'm going to swatch it real quick for you. So these are interesting because they don't come off like super pigmented. Like it's not like a super solid color. It's kind of like a wash of color. So I think that's going to be really pretty to put over the top of some of my other shades and like kind of help it blend, you know what I mean? And just create that like hint of mocha. For the rest of my look, the mocha part of my look, I am going to be using my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I don't think I've even ever used this on my channel before. This is what it looks like. Got basically every color you could ever possibly need in here. Very pretty. So I really like this palette. I just don't use it very often because I've been using other stuff. But I'm going to use it today because I have a great excuse for it. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to kind of create like a, I don't know what you call it, like a smoky ringed eye. So I'm going to be putting my darkest shades right near my lash line all the way around. And then smoking it out to like a greenish shade and then a more, you know, teal shade and then my minty shade on top. Not sure how it's going to look. It could look terrible. I should probably have done my eyes first. I just didn't think about it, honestly. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to go with it. Whatever. It's just makeup. I can wash it off. So I'm going to start with my flat oval brush. I'm going to brush it off first. I'm going to go into this shade called Riff. And I'm going to just go ahead and, actually, just kidding. You thought it was going to go in that shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade But First Espresso. It's like this really pretty, like deep brown chocolate shade. It's like a mocha. So I'm going to basically line my entire eye with it. And then I'm going to use my little smudger brush and kind of try to smoke it out just a smidge. This is nice because I don't have to be like precise with it. I can just like slap it on wherever I want, basically. This got real 90s real quick. I just have to trust the process. I have to trust it. It's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get my waterline now. Trust the process. Trust. Now I'm going to go in with my flat oval brush and I'm going to use the shade, ooh, Good Is Gone. Let's do it. I'm just going to smudge that all over where I just put that eyeshadow. I'm just trying to set it down and get something a little bit smokier going around it. Because that's what we need in this look is more smoke. I like that I can be messy in this look. That's kind of fun. Oh my goodness, that's pigmented. Okay, getting better. Now I'm going to go back in with my oval brush in that shade Riff. I'm going to go ahead and just feather the edges of that. Just a little bit on the top. The reason being I want like a little bit more warmth and I want a nice transition. Take a little on the bottom. Now I'm going to use this shade Wonderlust and just putting that on the side of my brush. That way I can pack it in but still kind of fluff it out. And I'm going to put that right above that brown. Oh, okay, so that's how we're going to be. Okay, that's fine. I guess I'm taking it up to the crease now because that's where it's going. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I'm going to take some of that Riff shade on my fluffy brush and just kind of wing it out to the side and kind of take it in the crease a little bit. Just so that I get a little bit more distance, a little bit more real estate going on. Now I'm going to use the shade Big Sky on the tip of that flat brush. This is kind of like a teal shade. And I'm going to take that in my crease and kind of moving it upwards onto the brow bone area. Kind of a grungy look, huh? I don't know, I'm just like, when I think of mint and mocha, I think of the mocha as being like the main flavor and the mint kind of being like a finisher. And so I think of that like deep, rich, kind of chocolatey flavor rather than it just being like mainly mint and then like a tiny bit of chocolate. You know what I mean? If it was like a mint chocolate chip look, this would be going very differently. And then blending out the edge just a little. And I'm just kind of continually moving outwards and upwards. You know what I mean? but it's kind of a rounder shape than I usually do. Usually it's more like this kind of deal, but today it's kind of like a... So I'm kind of putting this Super Shock kind of on the end of my bristles, and I'm just going to come right on top of that teal shade that we just placed. And it's almost going to be like an illusion of mint. I don't want it to like overpower the whole thing. I just want it to be like a, does she have mint on her eyebrow? Just a little bit of a shimmer, you know? Oh, too much. So it's kind of becoming like a little more editorial, I guess would be the word. Grungy, artsy. Do you taste it yet? That's kind of looking neat. I'll probably put a little highlighter on there. This is very 90s, isn't it? I didn't intend for this to happen. It just happened. That's kind of cool. Is it cool? Am I weird? I don't know. Taking some more of that Big Sky shade, and I'm just going to come under the eye with it to kind of blend out and connect everything. You can't be part of the grunge scene if you don't look like you haven't slept in 3 weeks. Okay? So get those blue under eye circles popping. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Do you feel it yet? I think that for my like statement moment, because it needs something and it's not quite there yet. So now I'm going to take that Super Shock on my little pencil brush, and I'm just swirling it in there. And I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner. Yes, I am. I like putting that eyeliner down first because it kind of gave me a dark base for all my colors to pop on top of. I'm going to come up here with my smudgy brush and this Good Is Gone shade. And I'm just going to put that back along the lash line because I feel like it kind of got away from me a little bit. It's not Mocha Mint without the mocha. Now I am going to go in with this shade Breakaway on my smudgy brush. And I'm going to highlight the brow bone. And then I'm going to highlight in the inner corner, just in the center of where I placed that mint shade. I mean, now it is time for my Tarte Stay Spray. I'm going to use my Essence Volume Stylist mascara. Jeez, that took an age. Okay, while I'm waiting for the little chunks that I got all around to dry, I'm going to take some of this mascara on an angled liner brush, and I'm going to dig it right in at the base of the top of my lashes because it's really distracting me that those are so blonde. Now before they dry completely, I'm going to go ahead and hit them one more time with my mascara wand. That way I make sure that they're pointing in the direction that I want them to, which is kind of upwards. I now remember what I dislike about this mascara. It's gummy. It's just kind of one of those that like, it won't flake on you, but it will smudge on you. I feel like there's something on my face that's missing, and I feel like it is my forehead bronzer. I just feel like that's going to help a lot. There we go. Bring the focus inward a little bit, you know, and give some balance. Okay, for lips, I am using the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade BFF. So we'll just go with a darker outline and a lighter center, as they love to do in the 90s. I have the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Send Nudes. Why does Wet n Wild have all these like gross names now? I don't get it. Oh, I feel like Kim Kardashian. Alright, so this is the finished 90s grunge Mocha Mint inspired look. I didn't intend for it to go full 90s, but it just kind of developed that way, and I was just along for the ride, really. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it was fun for you to watch and maybe even inspired you a little bit. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see more from me and want to get notified whenever I post. Thank you so much again for being here, and I hope you will join us again next time. Okay, bye! And if Esme will let me finish, and I want to use other palettes, and there are certain palettes Are you done, baby? Okay.